Back at another YouTube video. It's your boy Araya G. Today we're gonna react to Next Friday 2012 Weird Facts You Didn't Know. I'ma probably put the link in the description in the link, but we're gonna react to Next Friday 2012 Weird Facts You Didn't Know. Let's get right into the video.
You want to file free?
We have an advertisement to start off, and this is an unskippable ad. It's fine though because we're on mute. Yeah. So this one I believe is skippable. So yeah.
In the movies, when you beat up the neighborhood bully, you're supposed to live happily ever after.
The star who made the first movie iconic walked away. Critics were already sharpening their knives. The setting changed, the vibe shifted, and the studio knew they were gambling with lightning in a bottle. On paper, this sequel should have collapsed. Instead, it became the biggest hit in the entire franchise. Behind the jokes and chaos was a movie held together by risky casting, last-minute rewrites, and a rapper learning fast how hard it is to run Hollywood. These are 12 weird facts about Next Friday, the sequel nobody trusted and audiences refused to let fail. Number 1. Chris Tucker chose Jackie Chan over Smokey. Remember when Chris Tucker's Smokey was the whole vibe of Friday? The energy, the one-liners, the panic-inducing paranoia every time Big Worm drove by? Yeah, Ice Cube.
Wait, so Next Friday had different scripts or something like that? Is that what he's trying to say?
Remembers too. So when it came time to make
Like they had to keep rewriting different scripts till they found the right storyline or script for it. If you guys let me know, was there supposed to be a different storyline for this movie?
Friday, Cube called Tucker and said, "We're doing a sequel." Tucker's response? "Nah, I'm good. I'm doing Rush Hour." And just like that, the guy who made Friday a cultural phenomenon walked away to become Jackie Chan's comedic sidekick. Can't really blame him. Rush Hour turned Tucker into a blockbuster superstar and eventually earned him $20 million for the sequels. But it left Ice Cube with a massive problem. How do you make a Friday movie?
20 mil, some bread right there. That's 20 mil? Come on, man. Yeah, man. Let's continue.
Without the guy who made Friday iconic, the answer became the blueprint for the entire film. Reinvent everything, move locations, introduce new characters, and hope nobody notices the absence. Spoiler alert, people noticed. They just didn't care enough to stop buying tickets.
Man, it's been, what, a year since last time we kicked it at the family reunion?
Yeah, it was about a year, huh?
Yeah, man.
Number 2, Ice Cube replaced Smokey with Day Day after auditioning multiple comedians. Ice Cube wasn't about to hand the role of Craig's new sidekick to just anyone. This wasn't a participation trophy situation. He needed someone who could fill the Smokey-shaped hole in the franchise without trying to be Smokey. So Cube did what any smart producer would do. He auditioned everybody. Comedians lined up. Marlon Wayans came through. Other comics got their shot. And through it all, Cube was watching.
I did not know that there was different comedians trying to, go for the Day-Day role. So yeah, let's continue.
Testing, making people sweat. He wasn't looking for another stoner philosopher. He needed someone manic, paranoid, and just unhinged enough to make suburban chaos feel authentic. The role of Day Day wasn't about replacing Chris Tucker. It was about creating something completely different. And Cube knew that if he got this casting decision wrong, the whole franchise was cooked. No pressure.
Let me get ready to go to work.
Number 3, Mike Epps was discovered by Ice Cube at a comedy club. Mike Epps wasn't a movie star in 1999. He was grinding, comedy clubs, Def Comedy Jam, paying rent with stand-up sets, and praying for a break that might never come. Then, one night at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, Ice Cube walked in. Epps did his set. Cube laughed. After the show, Cube approached him and said the words that would change Epps' entire life. "You might be Day Day, might be, not you are, not, the role is yours, might." Because even after Cube spotted the talent, Epps still had to prove himself through weeks of auditions, while Cube brought in other comedians to keep him honest. It was a test, and Epps later admitted he was so nervous on set that when they filmed his first scene, nobody laughed. Not the crew, not John Witherspoon sitting on a crate watching, nobody. Epps panicked and told Cube, "Man, they ain't laughing." Cube's response, "It ain't time."
Man, that scene with Ice Cube running from the dog, bro, that was so funny, man. Like I just saw the scene it just pulled up. They just pulled up that little scene.
I'll let you know when it's time to be funny. That's cold and brilliant. The scene that finally won everyone over? The record store meltdown where Day Day loses his mind over a customer complaining about a CD. Epps went off. The cast cracked up. John Witherspoon nodded approval. And just like that, a 2-decade film career was born. That one Comedy Store set launched everything. Hangover movies, Resident Evil sequels, 3 more collaborations with Ice Cube. All because Cube happened to be in the audience on the right night. Number 4. Critics destroyed the movie, but audiences made it a hit. Let's be real. Critics hated Next Friday. And we're not talking polite disappointment. We're talking scorched earth reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 20.
Well, we see a lot of people enjoy the first film. I like the second and third one the most, but I like all of them, I guess. But yeah.
22% critic score. The Boston Globe called it witless and predictable. USA Today said the humor was as fresh as the air left behind whenever John Witherspoon uses a toilet. That's not a review, that's a roast. But here's the thing, critics didn't count on. Nobody making Friday movies was trying to win Oscars. They were making movies for the people who lived Friday every week. The folks who knew a Day Day, who had an Uncle Elroy, who understood exactly what it felt like to get fired on your day off and have nowhere to go but your cousin's couch. Next Friday opened on a Wednesday, January 12, 2000, an unusual release date, and made $16.9 million in its opening 4-day weekend. It went on to gross nearly $60 million worldwide.
Bro, 60 mil, man.
Making it the highest grossing Friday movie ever. The franchise that started with a $3.5 million budget just proved sequels could print
So they put 3.5 mil into it and made 60 mil.
money without critical approval. Critics can write whatever they want. The box office wrote back, "We good." Number 5, Tommy Debo, Lister, appears shockingly little. Debo is the villain of Next Friday. The entire plot hinges on him. He escapes from prison in the opening scene. He spends the whole movie hunting Craig. The threat of Debo is everywhere, except Debo himself. Tommy Tiny Lister Jr. is on screen for maybe 10 minutes total, and it's genius. Because the movie doesn't need Debo constantly stomping through scenes to make him terrifying. The idea of Debo is scarier than Debo. You're watching Craig navigate suburban chaos, lottery broke relatives, psycho gang members next door, his cousin's baby mama drama, all while knowing Debo's coming. The tension builds, and when Debo finally shows up at the climax, ready to shoot Craig with an AK-47, he immediately gets bitten by a pit bull and arrested. It's anticlimactic and hilarious and perfect. Lister built a whole career playing intimidating tough guys, but Next Friday proved he was just as effective as a looming threat you barely see. Sadly, Lister passed away in 2020, another legend gone. Number 6, the DVD menu uses stills from a scene that isn't on the disc. This is the kind of 2000s DVD chaos that makes you wonder if anyone was actually paying attention. When Next Friday dropped on DVD in June 2000, the menus used production stills from a deleted scene. You know the one. Stanley, the neighbor from the first movie, meeting with a realtor and some woman in Rancho Cucamonga. The stills are right there in the menu. You can see them every time you navigate to play the movie. Check the special features, whatever. But the actual scene, not on the disc. Not in the deleted scenes. Not in the bonus features. Not anywhere. Someone at New Line Cinema apparently said, yeah, just use those production stills for the menu design. And nobody asked the obvious follow-up question. Should we, include the scene? It's been 25 years. Fans have been hunting for that footage since DVDs were the future. It's still missing. Somewhere in a New Line vault.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Advertisement.
Film nobody. Bothered to digitize. And it's driving completists insane.
Uncle Willie.
Hey, how you doing, Day-Day? Where's your big head father?
Number 7. John Witherspoon improvised. Many of his most quoted lines. John Witherspoon's Mr. Jones is the secret MVP of Next Friday. Every scene he's in, he's complaining about something. Dog poop on his uniform, fleas and ticks, bad restaurant service, urgent messages that don't exist. And here's the thing, most of it wasn't in the script. Ice Cube gave Witherspoon the freedom to
Oh, so he improv'd. Okay. He was able to improv, not go with the script.
riff. And Witherspoon, who'd been doing stand-up since the 1970s, just went off. The scene where Mr. Jones yells at Uncle Elroy about the fake phone message, improvised. The bit where Elroy points out the dog poop on Willie's uniform and Willie panics about sitting on the couch, improvised. Witherspoon's delivery was so naturally funny that the crew learned to keep cameras rolling and let him cook. Some of the most quoted lines in the movie came from a 60-year-old comedian who'd been perfecting his grumpy dad routine for decades. Witherspoon passed away in 2019 at age 77, and Ice Cube publicly blamed Warner Bros. For not greenlighting Last Friday while the cast was still alive. We'll never...
Well, they're still gonna be making that. I believe it's supposed to come out this year, or I'm not sure if they started filming it yet.
Never get another Mr. Jones, and that hurts. Number 8, Justin Pierce died just 6 months after the film's release. Justin Pierce played Roach, the white skater kid who works at the record store with Day Day and can't stay on his skateboard to save his life. Pierce wasn't an actor who learned to skate for the role. He was a legitimate skateboarder who'd been discovered by director Larry Clark while skating in Washington Square Park and cast in the controversial 1995 film Kids. He won an Independent Spirit Award for that role. He was 20 years old, and Hollywood was watching. Next Friday was supposed to be his breakthrough into mainstream comedy. The movie premiered in January 2000. 6 months later, July 10, 2000, Pierce checked into a suite at the Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas and hanged himself. He was 25 years old. He left 2 suicide notes that were never made public. The news stunned everyone. Ice Cube called him sweet and talented. Director Larry Clark was devastated. But clearly, Pierce was fighting battles nobody saw. It's one of those tragedies that hangs over a comedy. Every time Roach appears on screen, there's this weight now. A reminder that fame doesn't fix what's broken inside. Number 9. The film opens with archival footage to write Smokey out. Ice Cube had to solve a narrative problem. How do you explain Chris Tucker's absence without making the audience feel like they got ripped off? The answer was simple and kind of brilliant. The movie opens with archival footage of Smokey from Friday, Chris Tucker hitting his iconic lines, looking exactly like we remember. Then Ice Cube's voiceover kicks in, Smokey's in rehab. That's it, 3 words, no drama. No replacement actor trying to fill Tucker's shoes. No awkward phone call from Smokey saying he moved to Atlanta. Just, he's in rehab. Moving on. It's the cinematic equivalent of my girlfriend goes to another school, except it actually worked. The audience got it. Smokey was a functional drug addict in the first movie. Of course he's in rehab. It made sense. And by using actual footage, instead of pretending Smokey never existed, the movie acknowledged what everyone loved about Friday, while making it clear this was a different story. Respect to Ice Cube for not trying to gaslight the audience. Number 10. Ice Cube wrote the entire script alone.
Yeah, I do know he dang near directed, had a huge role in how the movie was structured and the script writing. He wrote the script, yeah.
The first Friday was a collaboration. Ice Cube and DJ Pooh co-wrote it, bouncing ideas off each other, building the world together. Next Friday, that was all Cube. Solo writing credit, and it shows. Not in a bad way. In it, this is what happens when a rapper turned producer takes complete creative control. Way. Cube wrote every joke, every character arc, every plot twist. He also produced the film, supervised casting, and had final say on...
And it's like going from a music artist to a actor, that's more bread right there. Like, you making more profit, more bread, like more revenue.
Everything from the soundtrack to the marketing. It was exhausting, and it was a test. Could Ice Cube carry a franchise on his own? Could he write a sequel that worked without his original co-writer and without Chris Tucker? The answer was yes. Next Friday made nearly $60 million.
And I'm pretty sure everybody wanted the original cast for the first movie into the second. The third movie, they definitely switched up the actors most completely.
But Cube also learned something important. Producing is harder than rapping. You can't just write 16 bars and walk away. You have to see it through from script to screen to box office. And if it fails, there's nobody else to blame.
Boy, that woman gonna be the death of me one day, you watch.
Number 11. Next Friday was the first film produced by Cube Vision. This wasn't just another Ice Cube movie. This was the birth of Cube Vision, Ice Cube's production company, and the moment he stopped being just a rapper turned actor and became a Hollywood power player. Cube didn't direct Next Friday. That job went to Steve Carr, a music video director making his feature film debut. But Cube
Alright, that was Next Friday 2012 weird facts you didn't know. I know there was like one more fact, but yeah. That was Next Friday 2012 weird facts you didn't know. I'm gonna put the link in the description in the link. Tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming. Stay tuned to subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, Uriah out.